love to walk around with some New York stuff on because it's like, that's about to be me in 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks left. We got week 5 and 6 to conquer. I like to hold the pillow when I'm talking. I know this is small, but I just want to come on here and talk about my OE flight because it was such an amazing experience. I think that was the best part of training, the OE flight. I haven't did the second flight, but the training flights, I'm gonna say, is the absolute best part of training, hands down. It was so fun. I don't know if it was just because like I was just ready to meet some new people. Like, you know, I took this job to meet new people, and you know, I've been with the same people for the last 4 weeks. So it's like good to just like get out there. I met some great people. The pilots were great. It was good to talk to them. Pilot Collins and First Officer Joe, you guys were amazing. The crew was amazing. I flew on a 739. I went to Fort Myers. It was just super duper fun. I did first class on the way to Fort Myers. I did like the announcements and the service, and I was scared to do the service. Like the lady was like, okay, just go out there, and she just basically gave me the rundown. Like, just go out there, ask them what they would like to drink, come back here and make it, take it. I was looking around like I was scared. She was like, you want me to do it first? I was like, yeah. Then she looked at me, she's like, no, you got it. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay then. But I did have it. Long and behold, I went out there. It was pretty like self-explanatory. Just be nice and pleasant. Take their drink orders. Come back there and make it and take it to them. And you know what I love about this? Coming from the restaurant industry, I just love that, you know, you can't get but so complicated on a plane. You know, it's Coke or Sprite. It's cookies or nuts. You can't be all extra and, you know, I want a dirty martini, extra dirty up, extra olives, light on this, that, you know how extra you could be at a restaurant. Like on a plane, everything is so, you know, limited anyways. You can only be but so extra. So I just love that everything was just so simple and plain. Even if they asked me for a drink, you know, you can't get but vodka and cranberry, vodka and oranges. You can't do too much with stuff. So I just loved that. Everybody was so nice. Like I was like, I don't know if I just got the perfect flights, but it was just great. Everybody was nice to me, and you know, everybody was just smiling at me, and you know, it just made me feel good, you know. So they did on the announcements, we have trainees on this flight. So, you know, then when they say that and they like, you know, they got the red lanyards on, everybody turn around and look dead at you like, oh, so that's you. It's like, yeah, that's me on my way to NYC, baby. But it was just really fun. And then on the way back, I did main cabin, and it was just so funny because like when I first got back there, the guy that was working the galley, he was like, okay, listen up. When I get out there, or when we get out there, you need to be checked in, okay? You need to be paying attention. If I ask you for something, you need to hand it to me, okay? It's gonna be 30 seconds a row, so that's 10 seconds a person. You got it? And I was like, okay. and he was like, no, I'm just playing with you. I was like, oh, okay, because you know, I was ready to perform that. He said 10 seconds a person. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and be nice, but quick, and if he asks me for something, get it. And like I was like in my head like ready, but then he was like, no, I'm just playing with you, you know. It was just really cool, and it was fun. I was out there in main cabin, serving the guests. You know, I did guest recognitions, exit row briefings. It was just really like fun to do everything we've been talking about for the last 4 weeks in person on the flight, you know. And then it was funny too because we had got some unexpected turbulence in the middle of like us doing service in main cabin. So I'm like in heels because I don't know why, but somehow, some way I never got to put on my onboarding shoes. So I just was like, I'm gonna just thug it out and keep the heels on because it's too late to be doing too much now. So I'm like trying to keep my footing in the turbulence and serve the guests. And it was like one point where it got like real rocky. I want to say that was giving moderate turbulence. So we was about to sit down, but like I was in the middle of pouring a coffee when the plane just got to like shaking. And I wasn't even scared because the plane was shaking. I was scared because I was pouring coffee and I didn't want to spill it on nobody. So I'm pouring the coffee, the plane just rocking back and forth. So I finally got to put the little coffee jug down, and then at this point I'm just holding the coffee, and the man looking at me, and he like slick laughing because obviously he sees the plane shaking, he sees me rocking back and forth, and I'm just like, he looking at me like, you know, are you about to spill this on me, ma'am? But obviously he knows I'm new, but it was just still like, he was looking at me like scared, but like laughing, him and his wife. And then I'm like holding it though. I'm like, I'm not finna hand this to him just yet, because the plane was just doing too much. Like, it was doing too much, rocking back and forth, and like I could see the coffee in the cup just like shaking. So I was like, I'm not gonna hand this to him just yet, because I don't want to be that girl that spills coffee on the customer my first flight out there. So I'm just holding the cup, and I got this like nervous smile. I'm like and we just looking at each other like waiting for the perfect moment to pass it. So then I just look out into like the main cabin, and like everybody is staring at me. Everybody is like staring me down, like laughing silently, but like also looking like, what is she about to do? She's about to spill this on this man. But I just want to say I did not spill the coffee on that man. I got into it was like a little split second where it was kind of like a little smooth, and as soon as it got smooth, I like hurried and passed it to him, and then the lady I was on the cart with was like, all right, let's discontinue the service, whatever, what have you. And then the captain was like, it's about to get smooth, so then we went back out when we finished. But I just thought that was so funny, because I was trying my hardest not to spill that coffee, because I was like, you know, I don't want to be that girl. And it's funny because it was like some unexpected moderate turbulence going on, and I'm not even thinking about like, oh, the plane is shaking, I'm scared. But you know, usually like normal people, if the plane get to shaking a little too much, you know, you just get nervous, like but I wasn't even nervous about that. I'm like, I don't want to spill this coffee on this guy. I don't care about turbulence, because I already know I'm gonna have to get used to that. That's just something I'm gonna have to be used to, because I'm a whole flight attendant now, or about to be. So I'm gonna have to just learn how to work with turbulence. But it was just funny, and it was just really fun. Like, it was a great crew. It almost made me want to be based in Atlanta, but I ain't gonna do that, because I know the tea on Atlanta. Not that there's tea on Atlanta, it's just that it's a senior base. So, you know, you're not gonna get a lot out of being based in Atlanta starting off. But I learned about how like you can trade bases for a month. So I feel like that's something I would be interested in, even if it was just for like, you know, for 1 month to just come to Atlanta. It would be more convenient for sure. So I might consider doing that. But for the summer, I want to be in New York. I want to just go ahead and start off in New York, because honestly, I kind of have been thinking like I could see myself moving to New York and just living out there. Like, so we'll see where life takes me. But the OE flight was just fun. It was so amazing. And like all of my classmates had fun too. Like, they had a blast. They really, you know, they took the cake. I had a cute little picture with the pilots. I might insert it like right here. I took a cute little picture with the pilots, because it was just fun to be up there in that, you know, where all the operations go on. I was like, I never really been in there, for a long time, to just be in there staring and looking around. And it was just so cool to me, you know, and the pilots were super nice. But like one of my classmates, she got the captain hat and sat in the chair and was taking pictures all in the front of the plane, like she was driving it. And then one of my other classmates, they done somehow pulled out the onboard wheelchair. And I asked like the rest of my class, everybody was like, nobody pulled out that onboard wheelchair. We talked about where it was, but didn't nobody pull that out. But somehow, some way, 2 of my classmates pulled that wheelchair out. They done put it together. He done got in the chair, strapped himself into the chair, and they taking pictures in it. And it was just so funny, because it was like, where did y'all have time to do this? Like, our flight was so quick. It was like, as soon as I got on, I turned around and it was people behind me boarding. Boarding was quick. The flight was quick. As soon as service was over, it was like, okay, initial descent. You know, initial descent is quick. It's like, you know, you got 5 minutes and we on the ground. Like, everything was so fast from a flight attendant perspective. Like, you're on a flight, and usually, like, as a regular person, it feels like it's a long thing. But as a flight attendant, just because of the short flight I worked to, like, that was the most shortest thing ever. It was like a 20-minute flight, and the whole time it was an hour, 20 minutes. So I just really enjoyed it though. Like, it was so fun to just meet those people. The passengers were nice, the babies were behaving, the pets were behaving. Everything was just like on point. Obviously, I know every flight is not going to be like that, but I just, I thought that was fun. I thought it was really fun and really cool. And I was like, it just made me like, can't wait to finish this off and like get out there. Like, it was a motivation. So I just really had fun on that OE flight. Like, it was so fun. I really can't wait to get out there on the line now. Like, I can't freaking wait. I just can't wait to be a flight attendant. So this is week 5, which is really like the last big long week. Next week, Monday, I got another training flight. Tuesday, it's like, I don't know. It's something that don't have nothing to do with nothing learning wise. And then Wednesday is all of our final tests and evaluations. So next week just does not count as like a real week for real. And then there's graduation week too. So this is like my last big long stressful week. So I'm just praying that I get through it. I got my narrow body assessment tomorrow. So I'm praying I get through that. And before you know it, I will be having those wings in my hand. Can't wait to take a little picture like this and the wings are gonna be in my hand. But I'm about to go study now. I just wanted to come on here and do a quick little update and just talk about that OE flight, because I really thought that was like so fun. That was the most fun part of training for me. At top, jumping in the pool. The pool was fun, but it was just like, it was also work, but the OE flight was really fun. Like, it was fun to go to the airport and just be like, that was like giving what your life is about to be like when you get out there on the line. So I just really enjoyed it so much, and I can't wait to do it again, but like actually be a part of the crew for real. And I just can't wait. I think about like how I'm about to be in New York in 2 weeks, and I just pray every day like I can make it happen and I can make it sustainable. And I know I will. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna be perfect and rainbows and London and Paris every week, but like I just want to be able to make it and like be happy and enjoy it. Be grateful for the opportunity and not just like have it be such a horrible experience. So yeah, I can't wait to go to New York. Obviously, y'all, I can't wait. This is probably gonna be the first outfit I wear out in New York. I'm gonna wear this probably with like a little a collared shirt or something and just be outside. I can't wait to go to New York. I can't wait to see Broadway and have Joe's Pizza and go to Times Square and the Brooklyn Bridge and everything. I just can't wait. Like, I can't wait to be out there. And that is my update. I probably won't come back on here until the end of week 5, because I already know this week is about to be stressful and I just need to be locked in for it because we're at the end. So it's kind of just giving now. Everything right now is just all or nothing. It's like you either win big or you've just wasted the last month of your life doing nothing. Not doing nothing, but yeah. But anyways, I'm about to go ahead and study for this assessment and get ready for this week. It was a really great 2 days off. Like, I just really enjoyed it. I didn't do nothing yesterday. I laid around and I watched Bridgerton all day. It was the Queen Charlotte's one, and it was great. I look horrible this morning. I just wanted to come on here and say, beware of the bad dreams that you're gonna have when you're in training, okay? You're gonna have bad dreams. It's gonna be days where like you're dreaming about planes and stuff, and it's not okay. I didn't have a dream about planes last night, but last night I had a dream. I woke up at 7:20 and I have to be to class at 8 a.m. and I gotta stop saying obviously. I need to start saying something else. Mind you, I'm a commuter, so it takes me about 30 minutes to get to work anyways. That's if I get up early before 7 and beat the traffic. So I was just a mess. I was a hot mess. Then I got sick. I think I don't know. Hold on. Let me order my Starbucks.
Starbucks in Colorado. This is it. Can I have a name for this order?
Taylor.
What can you start for you today?
Can I have a tall caramel frappuccino with a shot of espresso in it?
Yeah. Anything else for you today?
And then an order of the egg white bites with the roasted red peppers. But yeah, I had a dream. I was like, I had 40 minutes to get ready and get there. So I just woke up scrambling. It was a mess. Then, like, for some reason, the tattoo makeup wasn't sticking and covering. Like, I would put it on and then you could still see the tattoo bad through it. So it was just frustrating me. My eyebrows looked a mess, which is like, because they look a mess today. I don't know what happened, but I can only spend but so much time before it's just like, okay, I have to leave it looking this way. I wish I would have brought some makeup wipes because now I'm looking dead at it and I know exactly what looks different about it. And I can't fix it. Can't fix it for real. But it is what it is. I don't even care. I don't care. They just look real bad. Now that I've said that my eyebrows look bad, now they really just like, they look horrible. I'm trying to stand in this. Okay, this is a good spot where you can't even tell. But yeah, it was horrible. After like the tattoo stuff wasn't sticking and I just kind of woke up because I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to make it. I hadn't even left yet to see how long it was going to take me to get there. It was a mess. And my classmates tell me they have bad dreams too. So beware of the bad dreams that you will have in training. I just had to get my little Starbies, but I got a 100 on my week 4 test again. And I'm just like, shout out to God. Now I kind of feel pressure. I need to get another 100 because I'm like the 100 queen. But I don't really care because I also was doing my calculations, and if I get the 280s on the next 2 tests, I'm going to still have a 90 average. So I just need to pass. That's all I got to do. Pass them tests and be great in the evaluation. It's the night before the final, and I am sitting here watching Baddies, the reunion. I wouldn't recommend not studying on this video. I'm not going to promote that. But I kind of just feel like if I don't know it by now, I don't know it. Hello, guys. Welcome back. I have great news. Today is week 6. Day 3, Wednesday. We just have taken all of our final assessments and evaluations, and it's official. Yeah, it's official. Confetti. It is official. I haven't been on here in a minute. Yeah, I haven't been on here in a minute. I think since the training flight. I don't know. I think it may have been after that. I don't know. Week 5 went well. The 100 streak did come to an end. I had got a 90 on my week 5 assessment. Yeah, I got a 90 on that one. But then I brought it back alive. I had to end off with a 100. Definitely got a 100 on my final. And that just makes me happy because y'all know I did not study last night. My head was hurting. It wasn't because I just chose not to. Really, like, my head was hurting. I was sleepy. And I just was really kind of drained. So I was just like, as I was about to do it, I was like, you know what? If I don't know it now, you'll never know it. Now you'll never know it, but you just don't. If you don't know it by now, then, looking over it, studying tonight is not going to help you, So I was surprised I got a 100 because I really was just going into it like, I know I didn't study, so something may come back to get me because I did not study. But as long as I at least get an 80 and pass, I had set myself up to, even if I got that 80, I would have still had a 90 average and I would have been fine. But I got that 100 again. That just makes me happy, because it's like, I just want somebody to hear that and know, okay, this can't be that impossible. It will be tough, but it's not impossible. But that was just a proud moment for me. 3 100s out of 6 tests. Beautiful. I think I got a 95 average. I don't care if the average was a 90. If the average is what it's supposed to be, we're good. But yeah, we just did all of our final assessments. And y'all, I'm not gonna say what I got because I can't do that, but like, ooh, I got I'm trying to think, how can I really say this without saying too much? Maybe I can say, I feel like I've heard people talk about EMVs and they train in flights. I'm not gonna say what that means, but you have to do those a few times in your training experience. And you know, for the final one, I have been getting away with getting like the easy stuff, the stuff that's just not too crazy. I feel like only flight attendants will know what I'm talking about when I say this part. But they, of course, they had to end me off with a bang and give me the worst of the worst EMV that you could get. And I'm not gonna say what it is, but if you know, you know. You just don't want to get this one because it's just like, okay. And I got it. And I had to be the flight leader too. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, okay. We definitely had missed something. I missed something. We did everything right, but I missed one little thing, so it didn't count. We had to do it all over again. Oh my God, my head started hurting at this point. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get a little aggravated, but we did it again. We were successful. All was well. We did the rest of all of our evaluations. And then as soon as I finished my last little thing, I had, can I say this? I think you can, because people know you have to evacuate doors. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just not even gonna say what I had to do. When we did our last little thing, my instructor was just like, you know, I'm proud of you, da da da. And I just started crying a little. I just got a little teary-eyed because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss her. I'm gonna miss both of my instructors because they were so funny to me. And they were great people. They were great instructors. They did a great job. Shout out to Kelly and Ebony. I'm not gonna give out their whole names or pictures and none of that, but shout out to Kelly and Ebony because they were just so funny. It's like crazy because I'm sitting here crying. I'm gonna miss people I've only known for 1 month. Weird. It's giving I need therapy, and then it's also crazy. This is why I say this, because I met this woman in the beginning and she looks just like my mother. Like they had the same little like color eyes and like skinny eyebrows, and they was like both a little small, and they look just alike. And I was like, Mom, I found somebody look just like you. And then like a few weeks went on, and then I found somebody look just like my grandmama. Like they had the same little cut and glasses, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so I was like, maybe this is some type of something is going on where I miss my family. And so I'm like finding people that look just like them, probably don't look nothing like them, but here I am finding them and saying they look like them because I just miss my family, even though I live here and they literally could all come see me. But you know, when you've been here and you've been focused, you just haven't seen anybody, or you know. But I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. It's really not much else to say besides it's official. I will be graduating Friday. I am about to be a flight attendant. I'm not gonna say who. I was about to really go there. I was about to give a brand ambassador, and I'm not that officially. Yeah, I'm not. So, but I'm about to be a flight. Not as me saying I'm not gonna say what airline as I look at my jacket that says the airline. Anywho, I'm about to be a flight attendant, baby. New York-based flight attendant. I've been speaking into existence, even though I'm like, do you really want this? I think I do. I'm speaking into existence. My first 6 8 days, I go on an international trip somewhere. I don't care if it's so hard and the crew hates me. I'm hoping it'll be a great crew. It's a short haul, and you know, I can get it done. I gotta go and get out there because I want to be an international queen. So I gotta start somewhere. But just shout out to everybody, you know, from this training. I really enjoyed this experience. It's been hard, hence the tears at the end of the final evaluation, because it was like, oh, child, if you know, you know, this is the experience. No matter how great of an experience you try to make it, it's still gonna be times where it's just like, what did I sign up for? But I've made it, and this is just the beginning, and I'm just so happy that I've done it. Shout out to the haters. My classmates know that joke, but shout out to the haters that, you know, tried to doubt me, may have just said spiteful, evil, unnecessary things, trying to deem me as somebody who couldn't do this. I've done it. I am here. I made 3 100s out of 6 tests. I'm just grateful I did it. I made it through this 6-week training with a big dragon tattoo on my neck. Period. You know, and to those that have supported me, thank you, mama, because I've been calling her every day, getting on her nerves about stupid stuff. But I'm just happy I've made it. All I have to do now is just show up for the next 2 days, and then obviously we'll have the next new big can of worms, surviving probation and the line. That'll be my new series. But I'm just happy. I'm excited. Thank you so much, God. Because without you, I'm nothing. This is not possible. I just think back like when I first applied last year in June, and I just punched my ticket around the world. I just punched my free ticket around this world. So God, just continue to be with me throughout this journey and take me places, baby. Take me places. Put me in rooms with people, and I just pray like this is just the start of just a wonderful, wonderful blessing, as I know it will be. So yeah, now it's probably just gonna be like a big montage of graduation stuff, and until I get to that line, see you all in the future.